An upstate deputy killed in the line of duty will be laid to rest this weekend. The funeral for Spartanburg County Deputy Austin Aldridge will be held on Sunday.
Yeah, the 25-year-old was shot and killed Tuesday while responding to a domestic call. Now, another procession was held for Deputy Aldridge yesterday as his casket was moved from Spartanburg Regional to Floyd's Mortuary. Now, Deputy Aldridge was with the sheriff's office for about 3 years. His service will be at 4 on Sunday afternoon at the Church on the Mill. That's on Anderson Mill Road. There's also a candlelight vigil. It's going to happen tonight at 8:30. That's going to be at the sheriff's office.
Dwayne Hurd is charged with the murder of Deputy Aldridge. He's also charged with possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Investigators say Hurd fired at deputies while trying to get away. Deputies returned fire, hitting him twice. He had a bond hearing in the hospital yesterday, which was denied. Once Hurd is released from the hospital, he will face a circuit court judge.
Well, Commitment 2022 coverage this morning. The Greenville County Republican Party is overturning a primary following a special meeting protesting alleged voter irregularities. Now, County Councilman Joe Dill was given the opportunity to present evidence that would validate his protest of the District 17 Republican primary. The councilman voiced a number of concerns that brought witnesses to back those claims yesterday. Leaders with the Greenville GOP says that he will discuss their next steps at their next meeting. That's going to happen on July 11th.
I hope we have another election so that it'll be fair, and it's got to be fair to all of us. I don't know that I got the votes I was supposed to get, and he doesn't know whether he got the votes he is supposed to get.
Republican candidate Joey Russo sent us the statement saying that he is planning to file an appeal by this afternoon. A statement from Russo's attorney saying in part, quote, among many other reasons, since Joey was not served with Mr. Dill's protest as required by law, the committee's decision is not valid and cannot stand. We will immediately appeal this ruling to the South Carolina Republican Party Executive Committee and ask them to certify the original results and declare Joey Russo the winner, unquote.
Well, the Supreme Court has ruled that Americans have a right to carry firearms in public for self-defense. The court's 6-3 decision struck down a New York law and required people to demonstrate a particular need for carrying a gun in order to get a license to carry one in public. The justices say that requirement violates the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. The decision is the widest expansion of gun rights in a decade.
Well, the first major federal gun safety legislation in decades is moving forward. Late last night, the Senate approved the bipartisan gun violence bill. That vote was 65-33. The bill includes millions of dollars for mental health, school safety, and crisis intervention programs, along with incentives for states to add juvenile records to a national background check system. It also addresses what should happen if someone between the ages of 18 to 21 tries to buy a gun. The House still needs to vote on the bill, and if passed, the president would then need to sign it into law.
Well, the FDA has ordered Juul to stop selling and distributing its products. The decision applies to all products the e-cigarette company currently sells in the U.S. All of Juul's products must be removed from retailers or face consequences from the FDA. Products include the Juul device and 4 different types of Juul pods. Retailers should contact Juul with any questions about products in their inventory. At 6:53 in downtown Greenville, one of the hottest days of the year, nearly 2,000 people had no electricity for most of the day.
Wow, that's crazy. Duke Energy reported that at least 1,800 people were without power. This all started at 11 yesterday. Officials say that the vehicle damaged their equipment. Some places affected by the outage include the preserve at Logan Park. Now, many businesses downtown and restaurants also suffered.
Well, business owners say yesterday's outage hurt their profit, and restaurant owners had to make decisions on their inventory. Now, the power came on last night, and business owners said they hoped to salvage the rest of the day and recover as much revenue as possible. Today marks 1 year since the deadly Surfside condo collapse in Florida, and a judge has approved a settlement of more than $1 billion for the victims. The collapse was one of the deadliest building failures in U.S. history. 98 people died when the 12-story building collapsed. Search and rescue teams from across the country worked around the clock for days. In the aftermath, for the anniversary, family members will gather for a private vigil. A public memorial is also scheduled to take place.